What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Interleuchea.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on! No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you will never lose that kindness. The compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best. Well now.
Amazing!
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes, thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us! Of course we'd help!
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey, after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just killed over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
Cool. Shut-eye, but, yay. First of all, what to do with Judith? She kinda did break our guild rules after all. Oh well.
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Actually, technically, we've already heard her side. She was destroying Blastia in order to prevent additional air to be formed, poisoning the entire Earth. Did you just miss that entire part, Yuri, or were you asleep? Or off killing other people? Anyway, Carol, what's going on? Are you thinking about Judy? Yeah, I'm wondering what we should do about her. It's true that she broke the guild's laws and she betrayed us. I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws is what kept it together. And that there could be no exceptions. No lenience for those who would break the laws. But She did what she did to save the world. Judith is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her. Yeah. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna go talk with her about it and give it more thought. I'll figure this out eventually. Oh yeah? Maybe if I become a little bit more decisive, Nan will listen to me too. There's the Carol that we're trying to get you into. That's using your noodle. Oh, Yuri. Sorry to interrupt while you're thinking. Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon so the same thing doesn't happen again. I always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius, that's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more. You too, Yuri? Yeah. Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes. Yeah, there's only one thing that I can say for sure. Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring. I really wonder. Yeah. If you knew what was going to happen ahead of time, that would be completely boring as hell. Right? Right, Raven? So, does an old man's past, his prime, fit into the picture at all? What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime? What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means? I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him. If that person was still using the Blastia, even though he knew it was harmful to the earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed. Old man, don't tell me you. Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day. I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one. Son of a... When are you ever going to learn some respect for your elders? Probably only have 10 years on Yuri, Raven. Why the crap are you saying you're old? Anything else that we need to do? Talk to people in here? No, everybody looks like they're inside. Alright, Rita, what's going on with you? Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judith destroyed? Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than the usual core. Looks like what she said was true. She said she wasn't too good at lying, after all. To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt. Well, what if it had been you? If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that. What? Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and be done with it. Blurring the line between right and wrong. Wonder how Judy's hanging out. Sound asleep. Let's let her sleep a bit longer.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. and our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
That's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicheia has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Yay, Bowl's horn. So cool. We can actually fly through the air with the help of Baul. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. The airship mechanic of this game is not a mechanical thing like normal RPGs have. It's a living thing. Yay. Anyway, so we could either fly around like this, set it down in the ocean like thusly, and go around in the ocean like so. But the question is, why would you do such a thing when you have this freaking awesome transportation system? Anyway, with that, let's go ahead and see Pharaoh.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Intellicheia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Yay. I might take this moment to actually clear out a lot of the map so that I can actually have the map open like this while I fly around, but I'll do that off screen for the most part. As of right now, I think I'm gonna head back to a town. Nordopolica is the closest one. It's right around here. Here we are in Nordopolica. Stock up on items, save, call it a night, and see you guys in the next part. Anyway, this is E.T. Young for this, signing off, saying, keep things frosty. Damn you, freaking game, why are you doing this? You idiot, you got no idea what you're talking about. What did you just say, you pea-brained person? Damn it, you better watch your mouth. The city hasn't changed a bit. It's quite enough. You two will stop fighting right now. Who the hell are you? I am Nats of Palestrale, the Provisional Duke. I do not know the cause of your argument, but I shall help you resolve it. What's the point of crossing swords in public like this? If you have a problem, you should settle it like men in the Colosseum. If you beat him in battle, not only will you resolve your dispute, but your reputation will grow as well. What do you say? Son of a... I don't have time for something like that. Okay then, I'll use my guild authority to have you locked up for disturbance of the peace. How does that sound? Damn it, this isn't worth the trouble. Thank you very much, Nats. I don't know what happened here, but if you fought, you would have been the same punishment. Please be more careful in the future. Yes, I'm sorry. Good luck with your business. Oh, it's you. Hello. I'm still indebted to you for everything you've done. Looks like things gotten tough in town since Bellius passed away. What happened with the Duce was unfortunate, but nonetheless, we couldn't go on forever depending on her to solve our problems. This is a town of humans. It's up to us to come together to figure out how to live together in peace. So you've been going around as the Duce's temporary replacement? Indeed, there will be a vote soon to determine who will officially end up taking her responsibilities. Who knows how that will turn out? I feel like Nordopolica's people have already chosen you to lead them. That's how it seems to me, at least. Get out of my way! Move, move! It never ends. Stop by again sometime if you like. Maybe we can sit down over some tea and share stories. Definitely. Oh, he's got it tough. Yeah, it can't be easy dealing with all these crazy day-to-day with these things day in, day out. Hope he hangs in there. I hope he does too. Frickin' crap, and why must I was ending this? Oh, why does Infamous 2 and this game have to keep on going on when I'm trying to end stuff? Anyway, yeah. See you guys later. You too young for this signing off. Keep things frosty.